Marisa Stone with Simon Says Social and the Systems Lounge, and I want to welcome you today to the 2017 Business Systems Virtual Summit, where you get to learn all about the systems that our speakers use to get things done. And I am super stoked today to have Gwendolyn Gay here. She is going to talk with us all about YouTube for business. So let me give you a little bit of her background. So Gwendolyn is the founder of Dolyn Studios. That is a boutique marketing group focused on helping businesses and entrepreneurs really leverage that power of video and YouTube to reach their desired market. Gwendolyn holds a degree in communication and multiple awards in public speaking. She's hosted live nationally televised spots as well as produced hundreds of hours of video content for a popular YouTube channel that boasts over 42 million views. Wow, that is impressive. She excels at taking those difficult and unexciting subjects and turning them into interesting, easily consumable, and get this, shareable content. She loves the community. That's the important part, right? She loves the aspect of community that YouTube provides and helping her clients to carve out their own space in there. And today she's going to help you tap into the power of YouTube as well. Gwendolyn, welcome to the summit. I'm so excited to have you here.
Thank you. Me too. I'm so excited to talk about YouTube. I think everybody should be on YouTube. So
I agree. So let's begin at the beginning. What in the world is video marketing and what is a YouTube channel?
Right. Well, video marketing is just like every other marketing that you think of, only it's faster. It's easier to get to know someone or a product with a video. And it's definitely the future. It's the present and the future. It's already happening. But the statistics show that people are more convinced and moved to buy a product or a service after seeing a video than they are of just reading text. So it is the future. So if you don't have a YouTube channel and you're not using video marketing, you're behind the times already. Yes. So it's time to get going on that.
All right, good to know. So you alluded a little bit to this, but why should entrepreneurs truly be concerned with using videos as part of their marketing strategy?
Right. Well, YouTube specifically has over 1 billion users, 1.3, I believe. And so if you're not on YouTube, then you're not utilizing the exposure that Google provides. So YouTube is the second largest search engine next to Google, its parent company. And it actually favors YouTube videos. If they find value in that video by the keyword searches or they even use captions. So they find those words and they say, this video has value. They're going to put it over an article or a blog post. So if you're doing blog posts and those are going really well, the impact that you could be making with your YouTube channel is even greater.
Yeah.
Imagine.
Absolutely. Absolutely. So let's talk about how creating a robust YouTube channel can really impact our marketing efforts. Like, it's really cool to say, oh, it's great to have a YouTube video, but let's dive a little deeper into that.
Sure. So having a YouTube channel, like I said, is exposure that you're not getting in other places, especially with the demographic, and this is a very large demographic, but 18 to 48-year-olds are preferring YouTube and subscription or over the subscription-based TV. You're also going to find in 2025, it's projected that over half people under 35 will do away with television altogether. So if you're advertising with regular commercials, you know, that's a dying industry. You need to get on YouTube. Yeah, absolutely.
Wow, I had no idea.
Yeah.
Amazing.
Yeah, YouTube is powerful. And like I said, yes, there are a lot of people on YouTube and there's a lot of hours of content uploaded every day. So it may seem like it's this vast ocean. How is anyone ever going to find you? But I can go into that in more detail with the next video or the next interview, because there's so much that you can do to set yourself apart, even with all that content out there.
Yeah. That's fab. That is fantastic. I'm super excited to discuss that. But before we get there, how can video marketing truly impact our lead generation and, more importantly, our revenue overall?
So if there's ways that you can do this, and for me, if I'm selling a service, so I have a client who she's a public speaker, but she's also just a motivational speaker. People can come to her for one-on-ones, and her channel, and I may reference her channel a lot, but she was giving a lot of value. She just wasn't using it correctly on her channel. So if you're a service provider, then give value somehow. Do your 60-second videos where you're giving value to people who want to do things DIY. They want your expertise, but they want to be able to do things themselves. Think about that right now. What are things that someone could do themselves if you showed them how in 60 seconds?
Right.
So you're not giving away too much. You're just giving away enough to know that someone could get in there and do it, and they say, you know what, I need someone else to get going on that. That's kind of a lead in into your services.
That totally makes sense, because sometimes we don't know what we don't know, right? Oh, I can create my own logo, or I can build my own website, and then you get into it and you go, oh, this isn't exactly what I signed up for. So then I'm going to be reaching out to that expert who was showing me how to do it and say,
absolutely,
just handle this.
Right, absolutely. And yeah, how-tos and product reviews, but mostly how-tos do so well on YouTube. And that's because it's the second Google. So everyone's, I learned how to put makeup on from YouTube. I learned how to fix a part of my car from YouTube. It's all, everything, all those how-tos, that's YouTube. And if you think about it, how many of you have searched YouTube recently on a how-to?
Yeah.
What have you learned from YouTube this week? If that's what I tell my clients, if you're not on YouTube, you're already using it. Why aren't you putting yourself out there too?
Exactly. I call it, with my clients, I call it YouTube Academy. Go to YouTube Academy and figure this little piece out.
Right. Yeah.
So we talked a little bit about how video can impact my audience, but how else does it impact the buying decisions that they make? And I know certainly the example that you just shared of sharing a how-to and then somebody realizing maybe they couldn't do that, and so they need to reach out to you. What other ways does it impact buying decisions?
Right, and I touched on this a little earlier, but having a video sells a product or a person or a brand so much better than anything out there. If a picture is worth 1,000 words, then a video is priceless, honestly. And if you're a brand more than a service or a product, then you're going to need a YouTube channel more than anyone else, because selling your brand, your person, your whatever you're selling in that environment, in that space, it's very difficult to do with just the written word.
Yeah.
So again, just getting on video, I think the statistics are 49% of people are more likely to open an email if it has a video in the title.
Yeah, that's pretty impressive.
So, yeah.
So that's another way in which to really, up those open rates in your funnels, is to make sure that you're including.
Absolutely. If you're doing really well with email marketing, you're really successful with that, try adding a video next time and putting video in the title of the email and see what happens.
Yeah. I could also see how it can, I'm sure we're going to talk about this as well, just really build that know, like, and trust factor between you and that potential client, because you can see my mannerisms. You can see the look on my face. You can hear the way that I'm speaking to you, and really feel kind of that connection. You're not going to get that over text in an email or some sort of post.
Right. Exactly. The conversion rate is so much higher with video.
So much higher. Yeah. So how can I align my video marketing strategy with my business goals?
So I would look at what's successful already. Are you really successful on Facebook?
Right.
Your brand is really growing because of Facebook Lives. There are ways to do the exact same thing on YouTube. If you're really successful with email marketing, there's other ways that you can do that. with YouTube, especially with subscribers. I mean, people are, if they're subscribing to you, they're your fan. They love you. They want content from you.
Yeah.
So give it to them. And you can give them whatever you think is valuable and is going to turn some profit. So there are so many ways. If you're really great at blogging, it is blogging. You know, if you're growing more of a brand, or, you know, if it's a product, say you're doing a product, talk about all the things you can do with that product. If it's a software, you know, show people how to use the software. There's so many things you can do with YouTube. And I like to tell people that if there's something working for you outside of YouTube really well, let's figure out a way to make that YouTube, because there are ways to make YouTube exactly like the other things that are working for you in other social platforms.
Nice. I never really thought about that. And I always tell my clients, think outside the box. And I never really thought about thinking outside the box with regard to, you know, to video. One of the platforms that I found the other day, however, I've got a client and she does a lot of blogging, and she hasn't, you know, she's trying to build up her YouTube channel, but she doesn't have very many videos on there yet. And there's a platform called Lumen 5, Lumen number 5. And you can take any URL and plug it into Lumen 5, and it will spit out a video for you of that content. So you get to choose what text you want from that blog post. You get to choose what images you want in your video, and you upload your logo so that it's on there. And so it's a really quick and easy way to add videos from content you already have, just so you can get kind of up and running.
The possibilities are endless with that. I love that. Yeah, and like I said, when I mentioned Facebook Live, you can download that content and turn it into a video on your YouTube space.
Yeah.
And you can think like, why would I do that? Because the people on YouTube are different than the people on Facebook.
Right.
Just remember that your audience is different. So.
Yeah. Right, exactly. So let's talk about how video marketing can impact our placement on search engines.
Okay. Yeah, absolutely. So like I said, if you're being Googled, or if the pain point of that customer, that client is being Googled, and there's a blog post about something that comes up, and you've got millions of views on this blog post, so Google's going to put that really high. But if there's millions of views on a video, it's going to be even higher. Yeah. And just remember that. So YouTube is preferred content over others by the Google algorithm.
Right.
And I'll go into that algorithm later. People think there's some kind of secret sauce involved with posting a viral video, and we'll go into that. But definitely keep in mind that video content is preferred for Google as valuable content over written. Yeah. So again, if you're a great blogger, then you can easily turn that script into a video.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's not hard at all. You know, and it's necessary. Just do it.
Do it, Nike, just do it.
Yes, yes.
So what if I'm trying to reach a very specific target market? How does video and a marketing strategy using video allow me to do that? Well,
for YouTube, if you're building a channel, the one thing I absolutely recommend is niching down, or niche, however you want to say it, because like we said, it is a vast ocean of content, and so if you set yourself up as an expert in that field, and you're really niching down, and there's only a little bit of content that or content focus that you're delivering, you can set yourself up to be the go-to YouTube professional for whatever that is.
Yeah. So basically what I'm hearing you say is you figure out what that specific target market is interested in, and you deliver that via videos, and therefore that target market is going to start reaching out to you. Because we've all seen that, right? When you search something on Google, what's the first two things you see? A video. So we've seen this. We've all experienced it. Maybe we didn't ping on it that that's what was happening, but we've all experienced it. So what I'm hearing you say is, if I want to reach a very specific target audience, I simply create videos that speak to that target audience.
Absolutely. So when you're doing your market research for whatever you're in, usually when I'm doing market research, I try to think of that pain point for the client. What are they searching for? Because they're not going to be searching for Dolyn Studio. They're going to be searching for, help with their YouTube channel.
Right.
So go to Google, search what that is, or go to YouTube, search what that is. What are the top searches that come up in your YouTube search or your Google search? And start building keywords and content. Well, I like to start with my keywords. So build your keywords, then build content around those keywords.
Yeah.
And then you're going to be billed first in a lot of ways once you get to a certain views and all that stuff. We'll go into that later.
Right. So you kind of have alluded to this, but what is a YouTube channel audit and what will it offer me in terms of what I need to do or what I need to work on to create this stellar YouTube channel?
Right. So I help two types of people. I help the people who don't have a YouTube channel at all, and I have a little Kickstarter program where I help them set up their channel and then go over basically YouTube 101, everything they need to know to be successful on YouTube. And I have a lot of people that really jump on that because a lot of people are just scared to get into that platform. But then I also have the people who have tried it and they're just not successful. And they're wondering why. They're like, what is going on? I'm getting, I put content out regularly. People say that a schedule is really important, but I'm getting 11 views on everything. What is happening? So I go in and I do my YouTube audit and I check all their keywords, tags, their, the SEO behind everything. Then I go in and I see, are you referring back to your channel? Are you using the cards? Are you using the in slides? Are you keeping people on your channel to stay watching? And then we look at the content. Why aren't people staying on your, we look at the bounce rate of the video. We look at the branding of your channel. Is it all in line with what you're really all about? The custom thumbnails are really important. Once people are searching, you may be the top video, but if your custom thumbnail doesn't bring people to your channel, it's not going to work. So we go through everything possible to give you that channel audit. I go in the whole back end of the channel, and then I come and I say, these are the things you should change, and I offer that to people with either my help holding their hand, or I'm happy to do it for them. So I offer two different plans once we get in there. But that's why the channel audit is so important, because I truly believe that YouTube is the future, especially for video marketing and making a real space for your brand and growing your brand awareness. But if you've tried it before and it wasn't successful, you're just going to give up. So I love offering this YouTube audit just to give people that boost of confidence and saying, it's fine, you're doing great, it's good for you to put yourself out there, but let's just change a couple of things and let's see it grow.
Nice. Very nice. Very nice. So I know we are coming to the end of this interview
already. Oh my goodness.
I'm having such a great time talking with you. And I know we're going to dive much, much deeper in the next interview in really focusing on our YouTube channel for business. But can you just provide us kind of a short step-by-step overview of the things that we can do now to really impact our YouTube channel and our video marketing efforts?
Yeah, get started.
Yeah, that's step number one, folks. Do it.
That's number one. I know. I see a lot of people who come to me and they're scared to get started with the platform for many reasons, and we can go into the hurdles later. But the number one reason is equipment. They think it's an investment or they're not skilled as a videographer or an editor, and they just don't want to learn another thing. And we'll go into that. There's so many ways to get around that hurdle. Or you don't like being on camera. Again, I have billions of ideas for people who never want to show their face on camera.
Yeah.
Billions. Seriously. You can have a successful YouTube channel without showing your face.
Yeah.
So the step-by-step, absolutely, number one, just get started. Just do it. And I have a thing that I've created. It's a comprehensive ultimate YouTube notes, and it's youtubenotes.com where I just tell people how to start their channel first of all, and then the step-by-step guide of uploading videos. Everything from how to upload the video to the SEO side of it. So what keywords to add, you know, how to add a card and the insides, and then where to promote it. So all those things are really important. Just get started, upload 5 videos, and then start promoting your channel. That's bottom line, easy peasy, just do it. It's like, I know people that are scared of building sales funnels, you know, and one of my mentors is funny about it. She's like, just birth your first funnel. Just
get it out there.
Get it out there in the world. And then, honestly, it is like winning the lottery if you are successful with your very first video. If you create a 1 million view video on your very first upload, you know, that's probably harder than winning the lottery. So you have time to learn the platform. You have time to grow and get to know the platform. And you can always privatize videos later if it doesn't, you know, work with what you've learned in the past year. So just get out there. There's no wrong way to get started.
Yeah. And I always tell my clients, you're going to hate the first 10 videos. Just
probably.
Get through the first, I mean, that's the give. I mean, that's kind of the norm. You're going to hate the first 10 videos, and that's okay. Give yourself that opportunity. Like I always tell my clients, come up with 10 questions that you know clients ask you all the time and create a video out of each question, right? Ask the question, provide an answer. Once you get to somewhere between the 8th and 10th video, you're going to start going, wow, that wasn't so bad.
Yeah. And I tell this to people who are great bloggers too. Was your first blog post like
perfect
the best blog post you've ever created? And they're like, not really. I had to, you know, learn how to blog really. And I'm like, well, okay, that's you could just got to start. Just got to do it. So you'll gain that confidence later.
Okay, so wow, this has been some amazing information. And I know we are going to take a much deeper dive in just a few minutes, but what else do we need to know about YouTube for Business right now?
YouTube for Business right now. Well, you should know that YouTube is a great space. If you're advertising on Facebook and you're doing really well, try advertising on YouTube. And you don't necessarily need a channel for that. I do recommend having a channel. Right. But if you don't, you can absolutely start advertising on YouTube. And the great thing about ads on YouTube is you don't pay unless people engage with your ad. So you can have a lot of exposure without having to pay too much. So go ahead and get yourself out there, at least as an advertiser. If you're a little unsure about building a channel quite yet, then at least get yourself in that space, because so many people are using the platform every single day. I mean, 1.3 billion people is not to be ignored. So if you don't have a channel yet and you need time to build that, fine, but get yourself out there as an advertiser.
Nice. Good to know. Thank you so much. I really, really appreciate everything you've shared here. This has been fantastic. As I knew it would be. Before we let you go, though, how can people reach out to you? Let's say they want to access some of your resources, perhaps work with you, just email you and ask you questions. How can they reach out to you?
Absolutely. So you can find me at dolynstudio.com, DOLYNSTUDIO.com. I know how to spell. I went to college. But I also have that great free resource if you want it. It's a comprehensive guide for you to either start a channel or to help you grow a struggling channel, and that's youtubenotes.com. So definitely check that out. Free, go for it, get it done. And then I also have a way for you to contact me with the youtubenotes.com if you're ready to set up a consultation and we can run through your channel.
Nice. Very nice. Thank you so much, Gwendolyn. This has been amazing. Guys, there are links below that are going to make it really simple for you to access Gwendolyn when you're ready. Really think through some of the information that she's shared here today and figure out ways in which you can start integrating your own video marketing strategy and your YouTube channel into your own marketing efforts so that you can start reaching your target market and increase your bottom line. So for those of you who are part of the All Access Pass, stick around because we are going to take a much, much deeper dive into some of those intricate details that we need to know about really creating this stellar YouTube channel for business. For those of you who aren't, thank you so much for being part of the 2017 Business Systems Virtual Summit, and we will see you in the next interview. Bye, everyone.